Joining me now is Logistics, Operations and Integrated Aviation Management Specialist John Gradek in the conversation. John, good afternoon and thank you for your time on what we are tracking, a very awful and a sad tragedy from India. Your first initial assessments of all the information that we have right now.
This is the first crash that we have of a Boeing next generation airplane. It is an airplane that has got advanced technology on it in terms of both avionics as well as operational capabilities. There's over 1,200 of these airplanes currently in service. And it's still a mystery as to what happened to this aircraft. I think that the videos we've seen show that really the aircraft did not necessarily wobble or lose control. We saw the landing gear remain extended. There was a mayday call from the flight deck to air traffic control at the moment of liftoff, and no communication from the aircraft ATC post that mayday call.
John, if I could just interrupt you for a second. The fact that there was a mayday call, as you're telling us, right at the point of takeoff, what does that indicate to you? That the pilots had already suspected there was something wrong as the plane was taking off? Because by the looks of it, it crashed within a minute of being airbound.
Yeah, you'll notice that, again, it had takeoff power, so it did take off. There was no issue with the aircraft at that point in time, except that, as you were in fact continuing to put power on the engines, that there was no lift of the aircraft. The aircraft basically, pancaked into the earth. There was no attempt made by the crew to move the airplane around or change the direction of the aircraft. They were basically looking to try to get the airplane to climb. And, I think the efforts, proves to be fruitless, and the aircraft plunged, in a normal straight pattern without having to have any deviation from it. So something was going on in the controls of that aircraft, in the cabin, in the
right.
flight deck.
John, in terms of investigations, while we understand the Dreamliner, I was speaking with other experts as well. They say that there are at least 2 black boxes, which will be recovered hopefully soon. But in terms of investigation and the questions that come to your mind, what are some of those questions?
Oh, both recorders are invaluable pieces of information that, the cockpit voice recorder will in fact, detail exactly what happened, conversation between the pilots. But more importantly, the flight data recorder will have hundreds of pieces of information of what each major component, was doing at the time, from the moment of power being applied to it to the moment it crashed. So there's a lot of data that's going to be contained in those black boxes. And it shouldn't take too long for us, once the recovery is done, for those black boxes to kind of reveal the mechanical state of that aircraft, and of course the conversation that took place in the cockpit.
John Gradek, Logistics, Operations and Integrated Aviation Management Specialist. We appreciate your time, John. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Have a good afternoon.